radio how it's supposed to be heard. It's the Baka Boyz Show.
What's going on? This is Drip.
Every day.
We're about to do it. Sing the song for our special guest in this house.
Well, it's the Baka, baby. It's the Baka Boyz everywhere now, everywhere. It's the Baka Boyz, and we got a special guest for you. What's his name? His name is Martin Moreno.
Martin Moreno. Don't feel special, bro. We do it for everybody.
Oh, okay.
I just had to throw it out there like
You
that.
didn't have to tell me all that.
Hey, bro, you like honesty. You're a comedian, right? You like to be honest on stage, right?
Listen, I don't mind being the last one you sang that for.
Okay.
I could be the first, I could be in the middle, I could be last.
Okay.
I still appreciate it,
No,
and I
for
still
sure.
love you guys for doing that for
No
me.
doubt, man. Thank you and welcome to the show. Of course, we haven't seen you in a while, man. It's been Miami.
Yes, it was Miami the last time I saw you guys. Oh, wow, I just blew my ears out with that.
Yeah, watch out.
Dude, it's been a hot minute. Now you guys are here in Los Angeles doing
We're
it
here
up
in
again.
Los Angeles, you know.
You're back
broadcasting.
in Los Angeles.
Back in Los Angeles. We've been back. I've been back for a little while. I've been back since 2008. Nick's actually been back since, 2011 or so, Nick B?
2012, I came back.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he came and crashed on my couch and never left. And then
That's
finally,
awesome.
finally he got a significant other and was like, I'm out of here. Then he just left me.
A significant other.
Well, it took a few years. You know, I mean, we bunked together for a couple years. He let me stay for free, and then we moved into an apartment together. And then I realized how loud this guy was.
Yeah.
He's loud. He's not into sex, not because of sex, because of video games.
Video games. I get very emotional playing video games. So
Big time gamer.
yeah, bro.
That's
it.
awesome, dude.
That's what loners do. They play video games. They stay home and play video games. I have more friends online than offline.
Wow, hey, listen, bro. Any way you can get it, it's fantastic. We're going to a virtual reality world anyway, so
Absolutely.
you're ahead of the game, bro.
Absolutely. Hey, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
You got this podcast, the Yo Yo Yo, and you do it with your son. Now, I want to get into this really quick because I was watching a little highlight of it. There seems to be a huge fascination with ass eating on this show. Is this true? Is this true or not?
100%.
Okay.
And I don't know that it's a fascination instead of like, you know how like you find comfort in video games?
Yeah.
I find comfort in eating ass, bro. It's the same.
Well, do you worry about getting any eye infections?
No, I don't need it with my eye.
Yeah, she got pink eye. She got pink eye from me.
you got pink eye?
I don't have it right now. I had it a few weeks ago.
But she's looking for some more ass to eat. So
So if you're into it.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I think that if somebody like people get grossed out, they're like, "Oh my God, that's disgusting. That's
Yeah.
horrible." And how the hell did we get into ass this early right away?
I want to get.
I thought we'd work into it.
No,
Usually
man.
we get into it like there's a little foreplay, there's a little bit of touching and feeling. We went straight into the culo, and I love it. Don't get me wrong.
I think it's disgusting.
Do you really?
It's exit only.
Oh
poop.
my
Poop
God!
comes out of there.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got to tell you, you have more nerve endings back there than anywhere else in your
the
body.
most sensitive part of your body.
The more sensitive part. Your nipples aren't that freaking sensitive. I don't know how graphic I could get in here, but there's nowhere.
We're PG. We're PG.
Whatever you nice. Whatever you think is your most sensitive part, it's not. It is seriously your butt.
I guess I need to experience life a little
and
more.
so here it is. Like if you're getting pink eye, you need to have somebody just police it, clean it. Like have some respect, you know?
Yeah.
If somebody offers to eat it, don't get disgusted. Oh my God, you're gross. No. Say, oh wow, I'm very flattered. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Police it a little bit. Come back, bend over, and tell him go to work. Give him a freaking napkin. Put it on his freaking, like a little bib.
Yeah.
And because I'm telling you, it feels amazing to say, oh my God, that's disgusting, it's gross. You are literally cheating yourself. It's like somebody like kissing you right like in between your nipples.
Okay.
Then they find your nipple and you're like, that feels great, but stay away from there. That's disgusting. It's crazy talk, and I think that more people need to be open about it. We've been taught for so long that sex is dirty. Churches told us it's dirty. Our parents told us it's dirty. And guess what? They lied. They lied about a lot of. We listen to church. That's a dude up there telling us not to have sex. This dude gets in trouble for having sex. Do you listen to any of your friends? If any of your friends came up to you and say, you know what, I get in trouble if I have sex. Get the hell out of here. I don't want you to be my friend anymore. That's great. But we listen to those people and we deprive ourselves of some amazing feelings.
Experiences.
100%, bro. That couch that you were on, brother, that should have been a big ass-eating fortress.
So the reason I brought it up so soon is because I actually got a soundbite from your guys' promo. So I want to play this.
So that was our Valentine's Day promo.
Yeah.
Be honest, be real. Come correct, Ruben. When the lights are low, do you go snacking on the dirty tailpipe?
Absolutely. Nah, I'm just playing.
When it's late on Tuesday and you're face deep in the taco bar, do you sprinkle in a little culantro?
Culantro is the correct word in Costa Rica, by the way. Absolutely.
Do you see multiple visits to your rump roast buffet in 2019?
With that moon in Sagittarius, it's all about that bass.
You ever watch The Human Centipede while f***ing and like it?
I actually mastered to The Human Centipede before. Horror movies make me very horny.
Okay.
How much would you pay to eat ass in Asia?
50 cents. How does that fit up in my head, dude?
Do you go Zorro on the churro?
I go Zorro, I go Tarzan, and I go Jane, honey.
When you're in the bedroom, do you wrestle with the brown cauliflower?
I'm going to strap my headgear on, and I'm going to get out there. I'm going to be a varsity wrestler. I'm ready.
That one got me. The brown cauliflower. I've never heard that term in my life. The brown cauliflower. Explain that.
So our producer, we've talked about it on the podcast before, and we do this thing at the end of the interview where we'll have our guest and we'll just do like a rapid fire question so that we could do a promo for it, right?
Right, of course.
And so it started off with it's no secret to our listeners that my dad likes to eat ass.
Right.
And then we started just making the questions more and more ridiculous.
Right.
And then the people were like, what the, like to see their expressions. It was almost just to see the expression. We never used it on the actual promo.
Yeah.
It was mostly for us because it's entertaining for me to ask somebody about. So when you blah, 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 but to have Hooter do it and say, my dad loves to do it. What's your thoughts on XXXX? And then hear them. It was awesome. So then we just kind of put together and this was all the producers for the Yo-Yo-Yo podcast. So big shout out to them because that was a funny clip.
Yeah.
They just took and to see Hooters different faces and when you and so we put it together for Valentine's Day, and people loved it, bro. I mean, I think that I just want people to relax. I went into the Hustler sex store a while back when it first opened up, and there's a big sign that says "Relax, it's just sex."
Right.
And I think that's so. I mean, it's so simple. But it's so true. We over glorify it, and I think it's because, they
demonize it as well.
They've demonized it, and when you tell somebody stay away from something, they're gonna go towards it. They're gonna instinctively, it's like alcoholism in America. Teenage alcoholism is huge. You go to France, these dudes have been having dinner with wine since they were, teenagers.
14, 15, 16 years old.
100%. So they get older, and it's not like, to say, hey, let's go buy some freaking booze and hide in the alley and drink it. They're like, you're out of your mind, bro. Why am I going to do that? But here in America, it's a big problem because we've been told, stay away, that's a devil, it's evil, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
At what age did you have the conversation with your son? The birds and the bees, the sex talk?
Oh, dude, early. Yeah, because see, me and his mom separated when he was super young. Mm-hmm. So he would stay with me some weekends, and then he'd come for the summer, obviously. And, there was times where I'd have to leave him alone. And you might have people might have a sex toy. They might have like a porn somewhere. There's a
blow up doll.
A vibrator. There's a vibrator in your panty drawer somewhere that you can hide away. But when you have cabinets with leather and whips and chains and it's a mess, right? And you can't hide that. You're just like, look, dude, you have no business going in there.
Right.
You're not ready for all that.
Daddy's secret closet.
It's going to screw you up. It's not a secret, but you're not ready for that. Like, if you want porn, go look at a titty. Go look at, start off slow. Right. You don't want to start off with this because then there's no way to go after that. I'm telling you this for your own good. Stay away from it. As long as you're honest with your kids, they'll respect honesty way more than people that try to pretend that they never had sex. The stork brought you. Mm-hmm. You know how many people were told the stork brought them?
Well, I never had the sex talk. So
you never had the sex talk with your parents?
No, my parents were too embarrassed.
So you had to figure it out all by yourself. That's why you don't need
The
ass.
nuns. So I went to private school. So the nuns taught me to stay away from it.
Okay, wait. So these are the people that don't have sex that are teaching you about sex. How does that make sense to anybody? And your parents paid for that.
I know.
How crazy is that?
And then she winds up hanging out with the Baka Boyz. This is the problem here. This is the problem with private school. You make bad decisions all throughout your life.
Well, you know what? These are great decisions because I'm sure that these guys have enlightened you.
Yeah, I mean, I see a brighter side, but also I don't know what it is to, to have stuff sticking in my ass.
I'm scared. That sounds a little harsh. That sounds a little harsh.
I'm a little scared of that.
You should be. You should be because I'll trust
and
me.
that's why it's exit only for me.
Well, so it
I'm
is
scared.
painful. Sticking stuff up your ass sounds very intimidating. But yet a tongue doesn't sound that scary.
Tongue is soft.
Think about if somebody puts a 6 foot freaking a 6-inch balloon down your throat, you're gonna be like, oh my god. But if it's a tongue in your mouth, you're like, oh, that's a kiss. That feels kind of cute. I like it. This is very manageable. So if you start off with a tongue back, you got to start off with the tongue, and then you don't want somebody with a huge, that's packing heat. Have somebody that's in between.
Have sex with the Asian.
Bro, Nicky, come on, man.
Dude, where's the Asians? Let's march.
Wait.
This is so offensive.
Let me stop this interview because we literally have been talking about ass for 10
well, you
minutes.
started this.
All right. I'm sorry. I seen a soft
you can't
point.
leave me with blue ass, bro.
Next question.
We got lots of questions.
Okay. All right. Podcast. Let's start with the podcast. How long have you been doing it, and why did you decide to do the podcast?
Why did I? Okay, so last time I saw you guys, I was touring with Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy. We worked together, dude, for 20 years. Was fortunate enough to see a big part of the planet. I mean, we did it all. To say that we lived like rock stars is an understatement. A couple years ago, everything just caught up. When you go pedal to the metal for that long, you got to take time off. So Gabe decided, I need a break. I need to take some time for my mental health, for my
sanity.
100%. Yeah. And it was like, dude, let's do that. So we got off the road, and it was the first time that I'd been off the road for a big chunk of my life.
And you're like, what do I do now?
100%. So I'm sitting there, and when I went on the road, my son was a teenager. I came back, dude, I got gray hair and I'm a grandpa now.
Right.
Are you kidding me? So it's like, whoa, what? 20 years is a long time. Think about just what's happened in the last 20 years of your, you're still with the nuns probably. Started catching up with my son. He's also a comedian. We started putting shows together.
Dope.
And I said, now I have time, because when you're gone, you're in and out. You don't have time to follow a lot of your anything that you want to do. So I had some time on my hands. We set up the microphones. I had the equipment for a while, bro, and I never touched it. I take that back. I did a couple of episodes with some people, and I never put anything out because I never felt that, I'm my worst critic. I felt like, I can't do this, I can't do this, this sucks, blah, blah, blah. And one day I said, you know what? Let's just freaking do it.
Yeah, you have to.
A friend of mine named Victor Valena, he's a sound engineer. He goes, dude, let's set it up. And I go, my problem is I don't even know how to start it. Once I'm talking, I'm good. And he goes, Martin, you just get the mic, you say yo, 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 and then you go.
And you go. And you just
then I was
freestyle
like,
it.
are you kidding me? So we said yo, yo, yo just because he said that. Yeah. And we laughed. And I said, and then we started we legit, bro, we put all the equipment on an ironing board. We put a red rug that I had that was cut out. We put a salt lamp on it, some incense, and then we went on Facebook Live. It was an ironing board holding all the equipment. We didn't have a table for it. We didn't have anything. We didn't have a title for the podcast. We didn't have artwork for the podcast. We didn't have shit.
You just did it.
I said, let's do it. All that stuff will come. You know?
For sure.
And it did. And we called it this, we called it that, and eventually we settled on why not just call it yo, yo, yo. And it stuck. So we've been doing it now for 2 years.
Congratulations, man.
It's been, I've gotten to know my son a lot more, which is fantastic. When you're talking every week for over 2 hours, and you're literally you could try to put on an act, but you're being you.
You're just conversating.
100%. You're just having a conversation.
So what have you learned about your son in 2 years that you didn't know before?
Well, I've just the dude is way more mature than I am, which I already knew. Yeah. But now it's just even more confirmed.
Well, thank God you were out of his life for 20 years.
Damn, Nick B. You just call him a deadbeat dad, bro.
That is awesome.
We have Martin Moreno in the studio 55 after the hour. Okay, so I'm going to admit something right now. Yesterday I was sitting down getting ready to eat some food, and I never write down questions for any of our guests. I was like, I got a bunch of questions I want to ask them, so let me take this thing over for a second, okay?
Okay.
What's the weirdest place you've had sex, and was it with a man or woman?
Oh, come on.
Well,
that's a loaded question.
That's a very loaded question. Does a blowjob count as sex?
Well, according to V, it does.
Okay, so then it would be with a man.
Okay.
100%. All right. 100% by accident.
Right. You just tripped and fell in his mouth,
I was in Singapore and
that explains
at a
everything.
strip club. Yeah, it was a lady boy. I didn't know that lady boys existed. Nobody warned me. Nobody told me.
Oh, you want the Jesse Smollett special? All right, so
it was 5 girls. One of them happened to be a guy. I'll take those odds all day, bro. All day.
It's not your fault, bro.
No, it's not even that it's my fault. He probably did a better job than the other 4 chicks that were there, bro.
As they say, the famous word, it's not them, it's you. It's not you, it's them.
Yeah. Can I cut you off right there?
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll get back to the questions.
Okay.
Here it is. This whole first, and let me just start off by saying that I identify as a cat. All right, in case there's a cat out there looking for a mate. But we've got this whole a revolution on how we identify with our sexuality and things, right? We've been conditioned to this is male, this is female, blue is boy, pink is girl,
right.
Strong man, weak woman, men don't cry, women emotional, blah 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 blah. We've been fed all this crap, right? Because we are literally a duality. We are male and female energy, 100%.
Men are born as women originally,
100%, and so we're conditioned to say, there's so many dudes that are so fuck that, man, I'm straight, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And they're so defensive over their sexuality. If you get turned, we have nerve endings on our penises. If somebody puts it in their mouth and they lick it, we're gonna get turned on. If you woke up tomorrow, bro, and that half sleep, half awoke, half waking place, and you feel somebody licking you, and you're gonna get hard, right? I don't care how old you are, you'll get a semi if nothing else, right? And then you look down, and if it's a chick, it doesn't mean you're straight. If it's a dude, it doesn't mean you're gay. And if it's a dog, it doesn't mean that you're into bestiality. It means that somebody stimulated your nerve endings and you got turned on. So
I'm glad you're justifying everything right now.
That's a point.
Anyway, thank you. Yeah, the nuns didn't teach you this shit, right? Call your parents. Someone send me a goddamn check.
I'm learning so much right now.
Oh, that's why I'm here, to make the world a better place, honey.
Favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time. Wow. Dude, I love Scarface and The Godfather. That's, you know what? I'll just
stop it there.
Yeah, just stop it there.
Okay, all right. Rock stars, rappers, actors, and athletes have them, but do comedians? I've always wondered this. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have any idea?
Stalkers.
No. Well, that's one, but yeah. Groupies.
Chuckle fuckers.
Groupies.
Yeah, chuckle fuckers.
Oh, that what they're called?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, make me laugh. Make me laugh.
Right. And then I take off my pants and I kill.
At what age did you lose your virginity, and do you remember his or her name?
Will you stop making our guests uncomfortable, please?
I have to ask. Like you said, we're both.
Yeah.
Very few things, man. You know what? That's a really good question, because if my mom's compadre counts, then it was a guy.
Okay. See, there it is again. See, we just got something out nobody else would ask. All right, you've been divorced twice now.
Yes, sir.
You've been through a lot. Any suggestions when it comes to marriage, or was the issue them, or was it you?
100% me. Okay. I was a liar. I was a cheater. I was deceitful. And here's the thing with any relationship, not just marriage, you need to be 100% honest when you come into it.
Yeah.
I think that to tell somebody that they're your everything is very, very, very
deceitful,
and selfish, and lying. Nobody could be your everything. That's to expect somebody to be your everything.
Did you tell her that, or did she tell you that?
100%. I've told people, you're my everything. You're all I need. I've loved you before I met you. You're like a freaking piece that's been missing.
My soulmate.
Blah blah blah. Oh, dude. And the truth is that especially the older you get, you start realizing that it's okay to have other relationships with people that you've met. Just because somebody new comes into your life, we've been conditioned that the love stops for everybody else, and now it's just me and you, and I can't hang out with anybody. Listen, I love you, but there's this chick in freaking Florida that when I show up, she gives great head and eats my ass. Now she's got to go just because you showed up? That does not sound fair, by any stretch of the imagination. So I think that if you're honest, but when you're cheating and you're being deceitful, then you're a piece of shit human. But if you're honest with what you want, not everybody's going to be on board, but when you find the people that are on board, then you could actually say, this is a soulmate that I connect with.
Which ex-wife was better in bed?
No comment.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I hate putting people on blast.
Yeah. No, for sure. I got you. One of your friends' hot girlfriend or wife makes a pass at you. What do?
Double team her with my friend.
He's like, bro,
hey, homie, she's down.
Bro, are you down? She's down. Are you down?
Yeah, she's down. Are you down? Are you going to cock block this operation? Yeah. It's all on you, bro.
All right, my last question is about time travel. If you could go back in time to any history, event, place, era, whatever, what is it and why?
Wow. The moment when Jesus met Mary Magdalene.
Wow, that's deep.
All right,
let's see if they ate ass or not.
Why?
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because the story has been so convoluted, and I'd want to get.
We don't know the truth.
I want to know it from them. Yeah.
There you go.
The only reason we know her as a whore in the Bible, which is probably what the church taught you, is because Pope Gregory II in 561 or 591 was writing Homily 33 and decided to incorporate all the hookers from the New Testament as Mary Magdalene.
Gotcha.
Mary Magdalene was anyway. I don't want to start a whole Bible study here.
No, that's great.
But yeah, I'd like to get to the bottom of that story. I feel that the story, she was the closest person, if there was a Jesus, if that whole pedo happened.
True, yeah.
She was the closest one, yet she never got a book in the New Testament. The New Testament was written by Paul, a guy that never met the dude. So we're supposed to get a perspective of what this dude was all about by a dude that never met him. It's like if Dick Cheney all of a sudden had a change of heart and wrote a freaking book about the poor and how we should treat them. I'd be really suspicious. It'd be a red flag. That's exactly what happened to Paul. He was a high-ranking Pharisee that was killing the message, and all of a sudden, oh shit, I had a conversion. Listen to the message. This is what this guy wanted you to do. So I've always had questions about that.
Yeah,
so you are religious?
Absolutely not.
Stay there, everybody. We're coming back with more Martin Moreno. It's another amazing show here at the Baka Boyz show. 9 past the hour. We have special guests in La Casa.
Martin Moreno. How you doing, Martin?
Dude, I'm fantastic.
Yeah, you got to turn this mic down.
I'm having a great time. You guys are awesome. I love that the flow of the show is just so genuine.
Yeah,
you know?
It's called Astral Glide.
Well, listen, I didn't even feel it, bro. Before you know it, we're in, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. So thank you for being gentle.
We're trying to get out of that whole area now. Nick, you
even know
just
what that
brought
is.
us back in. Astroglide is a lube for sex.
Oh, okay. Got
Okay.
it.
Are you kidding me?
Taking notes.
You don't even know what Astroglide is, honey?
Oh, here we go.
All right, that's all right. No. We're not let's I blame it on the nuns.
Oh boy, Nick V, let's get into some questions. You want to talk about some other stuff? No.
I'm nice, so go ahead.
Okay. So, wow, I had a lot of questions earlier. I went through all my questions. So what do you got coming up? What's new?
What do we got coming up? Well, obviously the podcast, Yo podcast, available pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts and on YouTube, Facebook Live. I'm doing a bunch of shows with my son where we're doing a comedy show followed by a live podcast.
Okay.
By a live podcast in front of an audience, which is a little bit challenging because you get in that moment and sometimes is it going to translate to the listeners that aren't there?
Right.
You just come in like we were in Vegas for Valentine's Day, and holy shit, we got lit. We started, and then it went off the rails really quick. We have like a VIP after party, and you asked me if I was religious, so we we have a communion service.
Really?
Usually if it's in California, we have edibles as the host.
Wow, that would get really lit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to have like you can microdose and have some, a smaller dose. You can have CBD, whatever you choose. But we'll put, we'll have like some pan dulce, and then we'll put miracle drizzle on it. And
I'm afraid to ask what miracle drizzle is.
A miracle drizzle is the medicated glaze, my brother.
Okay. I never know with you. I mean, I have to ask these questions.
No, that's fair. That's 100% fair.
Red flag goes up immediately in my mind.
And then we'll have like Blood of Christ wine that we pass out, and sometimes we'll do Jaeger, depending on the situation. We'll do like one time we did communion service, and it was right before Ash Wednesday, so we had blunt ashes that we were putting on people's foreheads. And
man, you're creating your own rituals.
100%. Why not? Like, it. Dude, and I tell them this is not my body. This is pan dulce, right? But it tastes way better than the little waif they give you at the church. You're gonna enjoy it way more, like And then we do like a cleansing. Like you'll take the drink, and this is just symbolic of nothing other than this. Whatever the hell you got going on in your brain, in your soul, anything that's hurting you, anything that's not letting you thrive and go forward, let that shit go.
Agreed.
Let
100%.
that shit go. 100%.
100%.
Right now, you can't fix the past. You can't change the future. All you have is right now, this fucking moment, as you drink this, whatever it is that you want to use, that you're gonna, whatever shot you're taking. As you take it, understand that you're starting new right now. That's the only message I have. And as you go forward, don't make the same mistakes that you made in the past. Learn from that shit, and move forward, because again, you can't unfuck the past.
Right.
And that's the type of a communion service that we have. That whole let it go, because some people will sit there and be like, I'm not going up there. This is because we'll get people lined up, bro. And it's beautiful to see people lined up coming up to see them receive communion from my crazy ass.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Hooter.
Does anybody get offended by this?
Well, that's the thing. I'll tell them straight up, if you're sitting there and you're thinking this is blasphemy,
then get out.
God's talking to me in my head. That's not God. That's your nana. That's somebody programmed in there.
Right.
And you need to let that shit go. And if you get offended, hey, thoughts and prayers, motherfucker. Like, seriously, I'll pray for you, because there's nothing offensive being said here. If the church, who is, and I don't want to get into all the drama that they've been through in recent history and in their entire history, to be honest.
A lot of it's been hidden for a very long time.
If they are allowed to serve communion and inspire people, then why the fuck isn't a flawed sinner like me, who has lived it and is not telling you not to fuck, is not telling you that if you jack off you'll go to hell, is not telling you that if you're gay you're freaking a horrible human. I'm telling you that choose your life the way, live your life the way you want to live it, and don't freaking feel guilty about it. As long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as shit is consensual, by all means, fucking go with whatever makes you happy, dude.
Yeah.
And that's the message. If you get offended at that message, then you're the goddamn problem, as the millennials say.
Question, how long have you been a comedian?
20 years, bro.
And what inspired you to be that comedian?
Oh my God. Wanted to be a comedian my whole life, bro. Ever since I was in elementary school, I remember buying, like, if the book fair showed up, I'd buy the joke book. I'd be that guy that would try to say the witty comment in the classroom. When I was in the backyard parties, I would try to make everybody laugh. And I always felt like this is something I would love to do, but I never. Growing up in a hood, and I don't like wear a badge like, oh, I'm a hood dude, because I'm not. But I did grow up. I grew up in a city called Wilmington. 90744 is the zip code. Till this day, Wilmington has no Starbucks.
Wow.
So till this day,
that's bananas.
That's 100%. So. To say that it's hood is an understatement,
Starbucks won't even go to there.
So never did I think that, like, did I have the means or anything else to even remotely think that was a possibility. You know, so it always was like one of those like unspoken dreams or whatever. And I didn't pursue it until later on in life. I didn't start doing comedy till I was 30 years old.
Okay, it's 8:15 in the morning, 15 past the hour. We have Martin Moreno in the house. He's been on tour for 20 years with Fluffy. Well, that had to be an incredible experience for you. Did you learn a lot?
Dude, it was like I said, I think I mentioned it earlier, we were living like rock stars out there. And Gabe's still out there killing it.
Yeah.
He is still destroying. He's selling out arenas.
I just seen a new special with him on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, one of the most incredible things, and I was talking to somebody, and I've never seen this before from any comedian whatsoever, black, white, Latino, anybody, the audience finishing his jokes from 20 years ago.
Yes.
I've never seen that before. I mean, that's a proud moment.
We were in, it's like a hit, it's like a rock group and somebody singing your greatest hits along with you.
Yeah.
Being in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Germany, Australia, freaking the Netherlands, all over Europe, Norway, Finland, and people screaming out my name in unison when he does the. Yeah, dude, it never got old, and so I saw that happen live for so long, where people just it never got old. And when I saw the new special, I was like, wow, it gives you chills every time you see it. Most comedians never achieve that level of success. It's hard enough for an audience to remember a comic, period, unless you go to a comedy show. There's a bunch of comics in the lineup. There might be one or two that you remember a couple of the jokes and you remember them, but for the most part, it was like, oh yeah, that guy was funny, but there was nothing that stood up. But so for somebody to remember your entire joke, multiple jokes, is a huge compliment.
Finishing your joke,
100%.
When I heard that, when I saw that, I was kind of like I was touched.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Because
yes.
we've seen him and we've seen you guys and all the comedians that we've had through our microphones grow and grow
like
and
crazy.
Grow. You know, Kevin Hart,
Gabriel. You know, everybody that used to come see us in Miami, all those guys, because we used to host the Improv on Thursday nights. We had so many comedians coming through all the time, and just to see them go from where they were to where they are now, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's the evolution of time, dude. I mean, you stay doing something long enough, and eventually you'll be like, you'll get great at it, or things will happen as long as you keep moving forward. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than others, but as long as you keep taking that step in front of the other step and just keep making progress, you're going to get some form of accomplishment or success, if you will.
Let me ask you something. If you weren't a comedian, what would you be?
Woo! That's a very loaded question. At one point, I would have said I would have been a preacher, a pastor, and then
there's still time for that. There's still time.
You could be the Church of Ass.
The millennial preacher. The millennial preacher.
I'm going to pretend we're at your Church of Ass right now, and you're going to present a sermon to us as new followers, as newcomers into your Church of Ass.
Do we have to pay him first?
No.
Yeah, dude, I take Venmo and Square. Salvation comes with interest and fees, big dog. Just like the real church.
Yeah, for real.
I think I would be a. You know what I thought about wanted to do? I was taking Chicano studies classes over at Cal State LA and speech and communication classes. So I think I would have wanted to be a speech professor at the junior college level. I could never teach at the elementary school level, middle school, or high school. There's no way. I wouldn't have patience. I would listen, you little fucks. That's enough out of you. I'd have got fired day one. I have no patience for bullshit. The older people, they're paying to be there. You don't. It's like if they miss out, they miss out. You don't have to chase them for anything. You don't have to they don't have to ask you permission to go to the bathroom and all that crap. I need to be around people that are more self-sufficient. A junior college professor, I think, would be my final answer.
I think you could do just college. You should go try and be a teacher at Cal State Northridge. They need more people like you.
I think
need more people like me.
I think he's making enough money on the road, so I think he's going to stay where he's at. Somebody asked, why is there so much beef between comedians, bro? Why is there, especially Latin comedians? There's always all this beef. This guy did this. This guy stole this. Da, 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 da.
So I think that people are talking about beef because it sells and it's a it's headlines. You know, people like controversy and they like to see people. You know, there wouldn't be a world star if people didn't get off on that kind of shit. The reality is that a lot of comedians help each other out, you know.
Right.
For the most part, yes, there is drama, but overall, in the bigger picture, which is what we should focus on as comics, is the comics who are doing things to help out other comedians. You know, you see Felipe Esparza's out there touring.
Yeah.
He's taking people on the road. He's bringing up a lot of young comics. Gabriel is out there. He's got Alfred Robles. He's got Gina Brion, a very, very funny comedian. If you guys don't know her, she's out of the Bronx, New York.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, so she's out there killing it with him. So he's helping, and he's always been helping people out. So for the most part, I think, yes, there is beef, but not as much as people would talk about. There's more people helping than people recognize or give credit for.
21 after the hour, we have Martin Moreno in the studio. Who are some of the new up-and-coming comedians that you really like, that make you laugh?
Oh, my God. You know, it's hard for me to get out there and check out comics, but, you know, not because he's my son or because, you know, I
he's
made
funny.
him.
He's definitely funny.
Hooter is fucking funny,
Yeah, he's
bro.
funny.
He's 27. He's got 3 kids. None of them were planned. So that gives you a shit ton of material.
Yeah.
So he... not only that, he makes me laugh when he's on stage, but when he's off stage... Dude, nobody, I think he knows me, like, he knows me. And so he calls me out on my bullshit. A lot of people are like, oh shit, Martin, blah, 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 Martin, yada, yada. And they'll give me a free pass on a lot of shit. And he's one of the few people that'll call me out. Mm-hmm. And the things that he calls me out on are usually pretty funny and pretty goddamn balls on accurate, bro.
Yeah. For sure.
So he makes me laugh. But there's a ton of dudes. Today, a bunch of dudes started doing comedy, and the next freaking Richard Pryor is out there. Or you know what? I shouldn't say the next anybody's out there. The next individual who's going to kill it is just starting today. So it's great. It's great that people are able to go out there, and now there's like, you know, there's no reason to wait for anybody to give you an opportunity. Get yourself in front of your freaking phone and put it out there.
There it is right there. Now, I don't know if you hear this music right here. Do you hear it? Okay, it's kind of a mellow kind of music. We want to join us something. We call it mouth love, okay?
Mouth love.
Not ass to mouth love.
Okay.
Mouth love, okay? I want to clarify this before you go somewhere.
I love how you keep going back to the ass, bro.
All right, so this is yoga for your mouth, okay? Nick V is our instructor now. We walked into a class, and he's going to give us some positive words for our day.
For our day.
And he's going to instruct us on what to do, and we want you to follow along if you could.
I'm in.
All right, you're in?
All right, everybody.
Oh, what is that?
Set
The 528 frequency. And that vibration is love, so it's just setting the tone for Nick.
Give it to me again. And he knows frequencies because that man, that's what's up. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that.
100%.
I recognize that.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
that.
So cool.
528 frequencies.
I thought that was an ass whistle.
Go ahead, Nick.
Can be.
What are those cats and dogs
Is that
doing
small
out
enough?
here? All right, here we go. Everybody breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're going to repeat after me. These are positive affirmations for you to take to your day, whoever you run into. We're always inundated with negativity coming from the news, from music, from TMZ, Kardashians, all this crap that is out there in the world. We always are inundated with this. So I want to give you guys something positive for you to take in your day, throughout your day. Share it with your family. Share it with your mom. Share it with your brothers. Repeat after me. Here we go. I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am prosperous.
I am prosperous.
I am open to success.
I am open to success.
I manifest my happiness.
I manifest my happiness.
You, my brother, are now in mouth love.
Officially.
Woo! I feel the mouth love. Oh my God. The mouth love is so warm. The mouth love is so wet. The mouth love is so inspiring. Woo! Satarakata Shanda!
So when can we see you out here in Los Angeles soon again?
Listen,
on stage?
March 1st, I will be at Harvell's. It's an underground show in Long Beach. Harvell's is a really cool, but they do burlesque, and we're gonna do a late show Friday night the 1st. I've been working on a music project, bro. I had a band that never was in high school. And now that I've had the time to put it together, I've got together. I've been jamming with these very, very talented musicians, and we're gonna do an acoustic set at Harvell's in Long Beach on March 1st.
Okay.
What are you playing? Metal. It's punk metal, and I'm the lead screamer. I'm not a singer, so I don't have the balls to call myself a singer. It would be an insult to singers in the industry.
Can we get a little bit of that real quick?
A little bit of
your singing on stage. Can you do it?
Okay, so there's a song called "Fuck Your Post." I'll say Taco Tuesday, Happy Hump Day, at a concert. Here's a selfie. Throwback Thursday, Happy Hump Day, eating spaghetti. My mom's sick. FML. Tell social media, everything. I'm not doing it any justice without the music.
Yeah, you need some music, right?
I need some music.
I might be able to find something.
They're called the band that never was?
No. We're called Slaughter. Slautter. 2 dots on top of the U. It's like Slaughter because Slaughter already exists. But my original band's name was Slaughter. So we have songs out there like Thoughts and Prayers. We have
ass eating.
Beer Belly Jesus.
I love it. So you're having fun. You're gonna have fun.
I'm having a blast.
I really
bro.
thought the name of the band was gonna be Ass Pirates. I swear.
Ass Pirates. Ho ho ho. A culo life for me.
Okay.
The booty.
What about television? What about writing for TV or film?
TV or film. So here it is. Like working with Gabe for all those years, he has the reason he's so successful is because he's able to cross over to not only every ethnicity out there, but every age group. You go to a Gabe show, a Fluffy show, and you could bring your grandparents, you could bring your parents, you could bring. It's a family show.
Yeah.
It's legit. One show fits all. And you could bring the kids, and there's no worry with that. Martin Moreno, not so much. I open up my shows by telling people that they're miracles. We're all you're a miracle. You're a miracle.
That's nice.
It's because you could have ended up on your mother's face.
Oh my God, that's
on
so
her
true.
back.
On a towel.
She could have swallowed you, but praise God for your dad busting a nut in your mom so you could be here tonight. And if that's not a hallelujah moment, I don't know what is, motherfuckers.
All right, we're going to get a re-performance. I want you to do something to this. I know you know these guys. So can you do something with that? Can you do something with that? Hey, 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 hey. We're waiting for you.
That's the Ramones, right?
Yeah.
I want to be sedated.
Yeah.
Freestyle over this.
Shit, freestyle?
We want you to do your song that you just did. Can you do that?
Okay, yeah, I think I can do that. Taco Tuesday, Happy Hump Day, at a concert. Here's a selfie. Throwback Thursday, eating spaghetti. My mom's sick. FML. Flashback Friday.
Flashback Friday.
Man Crush Monday.
Man Crush Monday.
We just threw you off, right?
DTF. Eat a dick.
Well, we got to get to your show March 1st. It's
March
in Long
1st, it'll be an
Beach.
acoustic set. March 22nd, I'll actually be doing with the full band. We're doing a show over at the PCH Club on Pacific Coast Highway, also in Long Beach. It's at a hotel. There'll be a lounge. It's a bunch of bands from Wilmington that are having a reunion tour, and we're lucky enough that they asked us if we wanted to be in the lineup. So that'll be the official first show of freaking Slaughter, bro. MartinMoreno.com for all shows and information. Everything that's coming up will be on there. Got some more shows coming up on the road, but again, you could find all of those on martinmoreno.com.
And social media, so people could play your
Martin
Flashback Friday.
Martin Comic everywhere, and then on On Facebook, it's Comic Martin, but everywhere else, it's Martin Comic on Instagram, on Twitter, and yeah, those clips of the ass stuff. Listen, if you're easily offended, let it go, guys. It's thoughts and prayers your way. And if anybody was driving with the kids today and they weren't ready for this, I sincerely apologize. But fuck it. If they have a smartphone, they hear way crazier shit.
Right.
So get in touch with 2019 because that's where we're living, and people are being exposed to things at a faster rate than they were at any time in history. So it's important to talk to your kids about the real shit in life and not pretend that it doesn't exist.
Gotcha.
Because that's how you end up fucked up. Ask V here. I'm sure
I
she
agree.
can testify to that. V, is this small enough or is that?
Hey, so
It's a love whistle, boo boo.
thank you for coming in, my brother. So
Yes.
the show coming up in Wilmington. I'm going to bring Starbucks for the whole crew. Is that okay?
Oh, bring your yoga mouth exercises, and we'll hit those before the show. Mouth exercises, love mouth is fucking, dude. I love it. I don't know why is that's not a bigger thing. Let's get it on the map, my brother.
It's growing. It's growing.
Thank you so
Listen,
much.
mouth love should grow.
Love you. Thank
Martin
you.
Moreno, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Gracias.
Radio how it's supposed to be heard. It's the Baka Boyz Show.
What's going on? This is Drip.
Every